Check out that wood. That sounds so wrong, but it looks so good. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD, and this is the gorgeous Henry Long Ranger lever action rifle. This one is chambered in 223, and for someone who doesn't really, well, I won't say not like, but I'm not a great fan of lever actions, if I'm honest. I don't own one. I've not owned one. I've got no intention of owning one. Why? I think it's because, I don't know whether it's because I'm left-handed or just odd. I don't know. Wait for the comments. I don't know. I just don't find them sort of ergonomically comfortable. I don't know. I never have. I've just found the pistol grip, because you get this straight pistol grip, I've just never found them really that comfortable, if that makes sense. But to be fair, this one I really did find quite comfortable, even though, as you can see in the footage, the weather was absolutely horrendous when I was testing this thing. I suppose I'll give it a bit of a torture test with the horrendous rain at the time and wind and God knows what. But yeah, for someone who's not really, you know, a massive fan of lever actions, I really did enjoy using this. So what exactly have we got here then? So here's the magazine, by the way. It takes a magazine, it's not tubular fed. I'll get into that in a minute. It's the Henry Long Ranger, so it's a centerfire rifle. I know a lot of lever action rifles you get in pistol calibers, but this is available in, well, let me refer to my notes, 223, like what you see here, 243 as well, and 308. God, 308 would be pokey with this thing, because it really is quite light, weighing in at 7 pounds. Overall length is 40.5 inches. The barrel is 20 inches. American walnut stock, gorgeous walnut stock. Hard anodized black finish on the action. Rate of twist is 1 in 9. Okay. So, there's your specs. Let's have a bit of a talk. Well, let's talk about the magazines first. Now, like I said, most of these types of rifles, mainly in the pistol calibers, are tubular fed, centerfire, or, you know, high power version, so to speak. You get a magazine. This one is the 223 rem, which this one is chambered in. It will hold 5 rounds. 243 will hold four rounds, so will the 308. So 5 round marker there. Quite a nice magazine, to be fair. Steel in construction. It's almost got like a polymer coating to it. Really nice. You've got like the nice bottom plate to it as well. Fits nice and flush. I'll put that in a minute. We'll just have a walk around the rifle first. So let's give you a bit of a tip to toe tour then. So, as ever in a RACKNLOAD review, we'll go from the rear. God, that sounds wrong as well. Jesus. Anyway, right, so you've got Henry's sort of logo there, and a nice soft rubber recoil pad, which is nice. Don't really need it on a 223, you know, it's pretty gentle, but on a 308 you're going to need it, you know, because that is going to bounce in your shoulder just a little bit. Gorgeous walnut stock. Oh, absolutely stunning. Lovely sharp checkering as well, and I'm a big fan of this, the way it wraps around. You don't so much get it on pistol grips, so to speak. I'm a big fan of it. If you've seen in previous videos, I'm a big fan of it when they wrap it around the fore end, you know, rather than just having sort of a panel either side. It's wrapped around, and I do love that. That just gives real good grip. But anyway, I'm sort of moving a bit further ahead than what I should be. So the actual pistol grip, sharp checkering, really nice. There's your lever, you know, nothing rattly or anything. What I will say about it is be careful of the end of the bolt there, because if your hand is in the way, which it shouldn't be when you're obviously operating the lever, but if you happen to sort of pick it up while it's open, that is sharp. Yeah, I've got a few scars on my knuckle where I've gone sort of grab it like that. But anyway, that's my fault, I guess. Yeah, the actual action, the cycle of the action is pretty smooth. I think the problem I have, because I don't shoot a lot of these, well, I tend to now, but when I've got fairly expensive firearms on loan, I tend to be a bit too gentle, whereas with a lever action, you've got to give it a bit, you know. I think I am guilty of being a bit too sort of gentle. So again, I'm jumping ahead. No problems with loading it, apart from me just being too gentle. Magazines seem pretty reliable with the 223 rounds. I was just using fairly sort of cheap plinking ammo, nothing sort of really special. I'll talk more about that when I mention accuracy. But going on with the tour of the rifle, the actual hammer there, give you a closer look at that. You've got like grip on the hammer, so if you can obviously decock it if you need to. There is no safety catch on this, so I guess that is your safety catch, is to decock it. But obviously if you're out in the field, you just empty it, don't you, and leave the chamber sort of and the bolt open. Moving along to, like, well, looking at the other side of the action again, you know, pretty rugged and robust. It almost feels like it's been Cerakoted, but I don't think it has. It's just like an anodized finish, but it feels as good as sort of Cerakote. You are supplied with these scope rails, which is quite good. You know, when you get it out of the box, these aren't fitted. These are sort of just in the box loose, and you've just got the sort of flush fitting screws, you know. No sights, no open sights with it, so you have got to throw on a scope, and with it being a long ranger, you're going to do that anyway. In testing, I just had a Kona scope, nothing sort of really special. It was the only one I sort of really had to hand. Ideally, I should have put something a bit better on it, but, and I'll jump into accuracy now, I suppose. I've not got a target to show you. Why? Because it's absolutely chucking it down a rain, and my targets were just turning to mush. So once I basically got this thing zeroed, I was hitting the steels 130, 140 yards on my zero test range, and this thing was just clanging them all day long, and I was sort of shooting 6-inch fairly small targets at that range. Why didn't I do a paper punching test? I did to start with, but like I said, it was chucking it down, and obviously I had to get the rifle zeroed on paper. The reason I've not got a decent sort of target to show you with different rounds is I was pretty rounds limited, to be fair, and like I said, funds allowing, I didn't have any real sort of Gucci ammo. I just had privy, you know, plinking ammo really. So people often jump in the comments and like, oh, how can you review a rifle if you don't give an accuracy test? I did give it an accuracy test. What I can tell you is this thing is accurate, but without, you know, 100 quid's worth of ammo, you know, which the amount of videos I'm doing, no, that's going to get me a divorce. So to be fair to myself, I get fairly cheap, not crap ammo, but half decent ammo, and it was consistent. To be fair, it was consistent. When RACKNLOAD, when the channel is like way bigger and I'm doing this thing full time, you know, and the money's flowing in, not that it probably ever will, you know, then yeah. Or if I get an ammo sponsor, hint hint, companies who are watching, then yeah, I'll chuck some serious rounds down range. But like I say, you know, I have to fund these reviews myself, so it gets a little expensive with centerfire stuff. But I did throw, what, I think throw about 60 odd rounds through this. Like I said, once I got it on the money, once I got it zeroed, it was blooming accurate. And 223, to be fair, is a pretty straight, accurate round anyway, especially at those ranges, you know. So accuracy wise, this thing is accurate. You want to find a better accuracy test, you know, there's others on YouTube. But anyway, that's that out of the way. Someone will still moan in the comments, I'm sure. Right, so moving along to, I've kind of almost sort of, well, we mentioned, we'll move on to the forend in a minute. The action itself, like I said, really, really nice, pretty smooth, you know, don't be too gentle with it like what I am. Not much sort of play in the lever, no sort of real rattling or anything. Just a real sort of smooth action. Give you a closer look at what's going on in there. There you go, look. And then moving on to, there's your magazine release, by the way. Pop the magazine in for you. Okay. So magazine goes in like that, so it all sort of fits flush with the bottom of the action there. There's your mag release. So it doesn't really drop out, to be fair. You kind of got to sort of grab it. I found that a little bit for a hunting rifle. I don't know, although it is like really elegant and, you know, stunning looking. I found if you was wearing gloves, you know, in the wet, that can be a bit sort of slippy to sort of, you know, pull out because it doesn't drop out. You know, I just found it a little bit fiddly. Don't know, is that a gripe, RACKNLOAD? Yeah, I guess it is a little bit of a gripe. Let's just decock that. Moving on to the forend, like I said, gorgeous American walnut and that real sharp checker in. Really nice, wrapped around. I love that. I'm a real big fan of that now. That's cool. Really nice. And then you've got like, it's almost like a rosewood end cap. Is it wood? I don't know whether it is actually. Might be polymer. Wedding ring test. Actually, that's metal. I thought that was rosewood actually. God, I need to get my glasses on. So you've got like a metal end cap there. I honestly thought that was rosewood. And then you've got a sling swivel stud there, one at the rear. Wow. And then obviously you've got your barrel here, in caliber 223. It's even got 5.56 NATO. You don't very often sort of see that stamped on a hunting rifle. And then sort of medium sort of profile barrel, you know, sort of in like a blued finish. Really, really nice. Just a real elegant rifle. Pretty soft and gentle to shoot this thing is, with it being in 223. I can't really sort of, like I said, for someone who's not a great fan of lever action rifles, I quite enjoyed using this, you know, once I'd finally got it zeroed. But let's give it a trigger pull for sort of argument's sake. Just double check. There's nothing in there. Let's give it a pull. I found the trigger pretty crisp actually. Let's give it a whirl, see what it's doing. I'm not even going to hazard a guess. Well, that's pretty light. So just under £5 on the trigger pull. So that's not a bad trigger at all. So, you know, as you'd expect, price wise, what you're looking at for one of these, I think they're around 1400. I don't like to give prices. Check out Viking Arms' website. By the way, thank you Viking Arms for this lone rifle. Next time I think I'll ask for a scope on it and maybe a bit of ammo. Oh, did I just say that? That's me fired. No, I can't get fired. Don't worry, I'm not in anyone's pockets. I'm not employed by anyone. I'm completely independent. But no, guys, just a bit of a, I say not really my forte, hunting rifles, but I like to sort of throw different stuff in the mix. You know, that's what the channel's all about. You know, we've got to be diverse for all the different disciplines. Would you use this for plinking? Probably. No, probably not. Maybe if they do a sort of, I think Henry do like a synthetic version, maybe a heavy barrel one. Then yeah, maybe plinking. I don't know. It just seems a bit too sort of elegant for, you know, at the range sort of every time you go. I don't know. But as a hunting rifle, excellent firepower, especially the 223. With a 5-round mag. Pop one in as well, so you've got potentially 6 rounds. Throw on a sling, just an awesome hunting rifle. Maybe you could throw on a red dot. Ooh, would that look very good on an elegant rifle like this? Probably not. That scope that I was using, to be fair, it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad. But no, just a really nice rifle. I really like this. For someone who, like I said, for someone who doesn't like, I said it again, for someone who's not so keen on lever action rifles, this thing was really a real joy to use. So you hunters, if you're after something different, rather than a bolt action, then, it's an option for you. But really, really, really good looking rifle. It's just begging to be just mounted on the wall, really. No, you've got to use your kit. You've got to use it. They're not ornaments. They're there to be used. Oh God, I've just offended the DHAC guys. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. So that is my pretty much in your face as ever walk-around stroke review. I should have called them walkarounds. Full walkaround. I'll call it full review as ever. Of the Henry Long Ranger. Like I said, I don't know, I'm warming to the lever actions now. I kind of like the like the stainless ones that you get, the synthetic ones. I think there's one called the Alaskan, where it's all sort of stainless steel, and synthetic. Kind of like them. I have to try and get one of them, I think. But for you lever action guys, the Henry Long Ranger, really, really nice. Very interesting. This was the 308. God, I think my shoulder would be battered. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. That is your RACKNLOAD review. See ya.